Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be game 2 here between Peterstorm as well as FewR, and well, we're just looking at this game really quickly. And this is Babael, with me is Lark. Game 1 definitely went to FewR, and they did really well with the Moon Queen pick there. So, will we be able to see Moon Queen again for this game? That's the question I have on my mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I was about to say, wouldn't be surprised to see it panned out. You see, Nova already gonna ban it out in the first banning stage, which opens up the jungles again, and they get keepers. So if Jonas and Fan can play this keeper really well, they'll be able to cancel out most of the Tempest Elemental Voids coming out from Hellborn team. I'm not sure how Hellborn is gonna perform with this Tempest, but we'll just have to wait and see. Quick picks actually coming out from Legion team. So this, I'm not sure if this is going to be a carry torture or a double support engineer torture lane. I mean not lane, just double supports if they want to go for it. It can kind of work out in their favor if they decide to run that. Unless they're thinking of running a keeper jungle, then it's kind of okay as well because Torture does output a lot of damage, and if he's able to get early snowball farm and levels, he will be a force to be reckoned with. Just having both the physical and magical aspects of his spells, should be able to output a lot of damage in the early to mid game of this mid stages of this game.
Yep, so we're just waiting for the second benefit to be completed here, but just gonna go through the draw very quickly. We have the Keeper, the Engineer, the Torturer, and Team Legion. That's very nice, a lot of wombo combo again. But the Hellborn team is gonna be the Tempest, the MOA, and the Pestilence. They just like this Pestilence pickup, as well as the MOA, so that's very nice to see. And in general, the second benefit is just flying by really quickly. Nova banning on the Hack straight out, as well as the Bubbles. We do have the Pebbles and the Relic being banned out from the Hellborn team, so that's really great, but they don't really... I feel that this bans are not really targeted at Team Imperium right now, but still, the Pebbles are not something that they need to be afraid of, because if it's going to be on Legion, it's definitely going to be on Emperor, and Emperor in the previous game, I would say that he took his time really well. Like, he wasn't really jumping on the fence whereby he has got a pressure where he needs to know that he is constantly being pressured against time, and he needs to join the rest of his teammate. I feel that Emperor in the previous game, he did farmed up at moments where there were moments in team fights where he wasn't there, and that's a little bit sad to see.
Yeah, and I would have actually liked to see him get a little bit more aggressive in my opinion, but the thing is he didn't have enough supporting cast members. He didn't have like an Illuna. If he had Illuna, that would be a whole different story because he would just be ganking all across the map. I can definitely see that coming up from Imperium Storm. But they know their stuff. Like they can't really gank around because they don't have someone else to follow up with the pebbles, so it's not that big of a deal. But the thing is, at least he was able to pick up on some farm himself. Unfortunately, just a couple of bad team fights, and they lost the game. But either ways, hopefully they come in with their heads high for this second game here. They should be fairly alright. The draft so far is still okay. They're gonna go for a Ravenar pickup. I really like that hero. It's gonna be very good for Legion team. If it's gonna be paired with the engineer, if it's gonna be a Ravenar engineer lane mid, that can be pretty decent. We're gonna have to see
Wow.
what the response is gonna be coming from Hellborn, because Hellborn has that pestilence again and Master Arms as well, and they did work. And we're seeing this currently on the rise in Southeast Asia, and they're finally showing me the power of it. And certain teams, if they can run it well, but it really comes down to what the other supporting cast members are on your team.
Yeah, that's it. The Revenor. I've spoken to Emperor about this before. Revenor is one of the heroes that he has been training for quite some time, so I'm just really keen to see that being played on him. Definitely, if it's gonna be effective, it would definitely be biting down on Team Hellborn a lot. I don't have to mention again, the Stormblaze deal a ton. It hit like a truck. It's like lightning from Zeus all the way from the heavens. It's just so scary. There we go. It's gonna be another Magnus pick here for this particular game. It's gonna be on the Hellborn team, and it's gonna be on FewR. I do believe that I don't know the roster, or rather the lineup from this team too well to say who is going to be playing the Magnus, but I can only assume that it's going to be in the off lane. Yeah, that's right. It's going to be in the off lane because I do believe in the previous game it was a lot Mikhail, but not really sure there. If it's going to be the Magnus play on the off lane, Pestilence going to be in the middle lane with the MOA. Definitely Tempest is going to be in the jungle, and they're just lacking the last carry there. And I do believe that it could be the Shadow Pick Dark Lady. Not really sure if that's going to be the case, but Hellborn team, as a Legion team, sorry, they are definitely still waiting for the carry. Could be the Torturer. If it's going to be the Torturer, they definitely have got a little bit of answering to do for the, well, maybe the jungle.
Or yeah,
or
they
the
could go
long
for
lane.
jungle or just long lane. And I don't like Hellborn team's lineup is looking pretty damn scary. If they add in a Dark Lady into the mix, then it's ooh, it's just gonna be very, very tough to deal with because that's a lot of physical damage over there coming out. But ooh, Legion team's gonna get it,
What the hell?
and I know Nox on Dark Lady is pretty damn insane, so this is gonna be a fun match to watch.
It is, but the biggest question is that I think that Hellbourne team right now is stumped because they wanted a Dark Lady for themselves, but they don't get the TDL, so they need another carry. And there's no hack to deal with. There is just... there's also... Let me just see the rest of the band heroes. There's no Moon Queen, there's no Sandwraith. They are in a tight spot. They definitely can play the Draconis, but Draconis, so far, the only success being on Orange Esports. I feel that Draconis, maybe not only on Orange Esports exclusively, but I feel that Draconis is best played by them on WTF. But other than him, there's definitely other carries that we can look at. The Puppet Master is one of the more relevant carries these days. Do note that his Whiplash procs at the 4th hit, not the 5th. And also that the extra crit there on... I do believe it's a 0.5 times crit on the Whiplash.
0.5?
0.5.
I think
So
it's
yeah,
more
it
than
increased. No, it increased 0.5. It used to be 1.75 times critical strike, but now it's 2.25 at max level.
Oh yeah, 0.25, yeah.
So
Oh, Dampier. Ooh, Dampier carry. Okay, that's even much more scarier because that's a lot of aggression early game.
Yeah.
And if they shut down Dark Lady and the rest of his members there from this Legion team, it's gonna be so very devastating. They have Dampier. He's gonna have support from both this Magnus and Master of Arms once they are able to pick up on that, as well as Pestilence. So, like, we saw Impunity Earth just a day ago, where they played. Lucky was playing the Dampier at the top lane, short lane there, having the support from, I think it was a Luna or something like that. So in this kind of case, he's gonna be short lane by himself. So maybe he won't be getting as much in terms of like the snowball advantage. But he has a Tempest in the jungle anytime he needs help. He can always ask him to like kind of rotate around, put some harass for him, or help to like pull the pull camp there for him at the top lane to get his lane control back. There's a lot of ability to go in and quickly burst someone down with the offensive master's call there coming from Master of Arms. There's a lot of opportunity for this Hellburn team.
Yep, that's it though. The game is going to be well underway here. Game 2, and it is going to be between Impunity Storm as well as FewR. Impunity Storm now going to be on Legion side. They do swap sides after the first game. So FewR going to be on the Hellbourne team. We have captain for Impunity Storm, Novar. He's going to be playing as the... well, it's the engineer, that's right. Sorry, can't really recognize this chick here, but anyway. Best time going to be on the Torturer. Wow, it's not going to be the jungle, so it's pretty different for this game. Nox going to be on the TDL. We do have Emperor on Revenor as expected, and last but not least, Jonathan, or rather Jonas, is going to be playing as your keeper. That being said, Hellbourne team right now might be facing a little bit of a nice threat coming in there, and that's going to be a little bit of engagement going out. Ball line is going to connect quickly, and Emperor looking to make short work of the MOA. It's going to be easy bloodless for them. Nox picks that up, so that's the carry, having extra boost there for the first half of this game. That's it. Hellbourne team's roster is still pretty much unintroduced, and I'm going to go with that. We have Chai Rajar, and he's going to be playing as your Tempest, and a bunch of INX is going to be your Magnus. Dampier being played by Boxer. He did fantastically well as the Moon Queen previous game. ABR going to be playing as the MOA. Last but not least, we got Lot Mikhail, and he's going to be your Pestilence. He was a Pestilence in the previous game. He is still going to be a Pestilence for this game. And my bet, it was actually a bunch of INX that's going to be in the long lane. It's no wonder I don't remember him because it's a really interesting IGN.
Yeah, it really is. Just coming back to the point from the earlier engagement there, picking up the kill onto that very, very unfortunate MOA who is now negative 70 plus GPM. So funny to see that at the start of the game. But yeah, having that first blood is very, very crucial to them because they don't have a jungle hero and they're running a offlane keeper here at the top lane, so that will be very, very good for them. Plus, at the same time, they screw up Tempest's farm.
Oh,
and this is really, really huge.
Middle lane,
yeah, middle lane.
A little bit of a harassment there on the Pestilence, and Lot Mikhail is going to be fine. And this game, very different from the previous game. Straight off the bat, they see a dual lane up against a dual lane. Whereas in previously, Nova was giving as much experience farm to, well, definitely there was Nox. But in this game, it's Emperor, and I do believe that because it's not a carry, he feels a little bit more comfortable to be in this lane.
Yep, and you see Bastom already rotating towards the bottom lane to kind of support this Dark Lady. This is secondary support territory, so it will be a little bit more effective towards the mid to late stages of the game. He's actually going to find Magnus here, I believe. He actually eats a tree, and wow, okay, Magnus gets a sneaky juke over there throughout the trees, but he is going to get slowed by
chain reaction also going to go off. Magnus definitely is going to be more than fine, but it does take a little bit of a beating there, so it does like to dance around trees. Weird Magnus.
Mhm.
I mean, he's got a weird IGN, so I'm not surprised if he's just really weird.
Yeah, and this is good. This is good laning coming up from FewR. Like, this is what should have happened in the previous game. Like, right off the bat, just have a dual lane mid. FewR and Engineer, so much kill potential here. They can easily kill Massive Arms in just both their skill sets, and there's nothing Pestilence going to be able to do. I kid you not. Like, just 2 auto attacks from that Stormblades, it's going to be very, very nice. Of course, you also have to be wary of the Pestilence MOA combo. If FewR is alone, like you can see right now, and Engineer wasn't there, if they got a good position off for a gank, I mean a kill, then they will definitely go for it, and they can't pick it up. Unless FewR is just really, really good at the way he plays it. Like if Emperor is able to like throw the ball lightning towards Massive Arms when Pestilence is near him, and just port to Massive Arms when he uses the Impale, then yeah, he makes some big plays, you survive, that would be very, very good for himself.
Yeah, and that's going to be really hard for Emperor to pull off right now because we do know that Lord Mikhail plays a fantastic Pestilence. And he's one of those rare plays that definitely can showcase Pestilence is a very effective hero. And we have said this before, but Pestilence is not our preferred hero. Definitely the Pebbles is going to be a lot more effective. But we did see in the previous game that the Gore is effective even though it's a shrunken at port. So that's one of those situations where Pestilence is going to be a lot more effective than the Pebbles. But I do believe does the Chuck also stop at a port away?
The Chuck, yeah, it does.
But you can use it on someone that's magically immune, right?
Oh, on Magic Immune? No, you can't.
You can't. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's where Pestilence is going to be a lot more effective. And anyway, this is an illusion, and he shouldn't be using too much skills. But Bestom knows it after the chain reaction, so that's going to be fine. Nova
Yeah,
pulling the Ancient Chem also, by the way.
Yeah, Bastom is doing a good job here of like, just taking as much levels as he can with the help of the
Impale
creep.
goes off middle lane, even the green stuff on the floor. The acid bomb's going to be on them, but Emperor is going to be modified. He's ultimately is strength hero. So that's going to be a lot more health points for Team Hellbot to try and beat it out as compared to the Hack in the previous game. Ball lightning goes off very quickly. The Kek's going to connect, even the turret also. Wow, this could be big. But Pestilence does have the Impale, and that's going to be really effective though. Maybe 1 or 2 more, but here comes the Magnus, and they know that something's not right. They're going to have to try and pull back here. Magnus going to land the Lava Surge really quickly, and now Revenant going to be a lot of trouble there. Maybe a Kek, maybe a body block. Ball lightning. Maybe he wants to go, and maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just wants to run away, and he's going to be fine, but he does expel every single bottle charge there. So Emperor is going to be okay. But there is no fog lightning. I do believe that it's gonna be it's not gonna be done there. Meanwhile, something happening in the top lane. The tower does go down so quickly. It's just barely below 4 minutes, and our Jonathan is gonna be in under the effects of Nature's Will. But I do believe that he is. Yep. There we go, Nature's Will. But he doesn't deny the tower, and just under 4 minutes, man. This Tempest is doing a lot of work pushing the top lane.
Yeah, this is actually good coming up from him. But it will kind of slightly affect Dampier. The thing is, Dampier is going against the Keeper of the Forest, so he should have no problems here. So it will work in favor for them, because that means Tempest is able to still translate to good farm, despite having his jungle warded off very early in the game. He is already sitting at a Ring of Sorcery soon, if I'm not mistaken. He will be able to rotate around towards probably the middle lane, pick up a kill. Yep.
The ball lightning is going to be up again, and the turret this time not used just yet, and it seems like Nova is going to hold back on that because he knows that it's not going to be easy kill. And Revenant does take a little bit of a cheap damage, but that's fine. And now Magma is going to be somewhat taking too much damage, even though in invisible form, and that's because of the impalement coming from Bastom. So ImpE doing the same thing as in FewR. They're trying their best to push down their own short lane, but again, it's going to be crushable. Meanwhile, a little bit of a clutch play. Pestilence a lot of trouble there. He does have the ball charges, and that's the main reason why he's still alive somehow. That's really clutch bottle charges coming from him. But Revenant is still not done here. Once the extra kill, the Stormblade's going to be off again onto onto the ball lightning into the MOA, and that's going to be done for the MOA. That's going to be easy kill. That's the second kill for ImpE, and they have it on Nova, not on Emperor. Emperor now is going to be facing off against the Dampier, and here's going to be a lot of trouble there. He should have seen his Dampier coming in. Terra is going to be off there. Maybe 1 or 2 more hits, but does he have a ball? He doesn't have any charge in that, so it's going to be done. Shouldn't be staying in the lane with such low health.
Yeah, really shouldn't. Just should have known the limits a bit in terms of like his. And
impalement is not affecting the well, it's not affecting the defense of Bastom there. Not really sure what he was doing, but nearly also going down to the tower.
Yeah, I do believe that they should be able to. They're doing a lot of chip damage, by the way. The tier 2 at the bottom, and that's just very, very good coming up from this Torture Dark Lady lane. Like, Dark Lady just needs to turn on his Dark Blades to hecaton a lot of physical damage, and Torture with the Impalement already maxed out, not maxed out, sorry, already at level 2, so he's doing a decent amount of damage as well. And that's why tier 1 was able to go down really, really quickly. Tempest is gonna get his Ring of Sorcery. He should have it by now. I'm not sure why he's Maybe it's just in his inventory or something like that. But yeah, either way, he's picking up on a lot of farm. He already has the Elemental Void, can probably set up for a kill. And Dampier, he's just sitting in the jungle and sitting with his Steam Boots. I would actually like to see him go for more of the early phase boots. Sorry, Ghost Marches, so that he can set up more ganks. Like when you purchase Ghost Marches, just means you want to be much more aggressive. They need to be aggressive on this Legion team and be able to get some sort of mobility, especially against the Dark Lady who went for Ghost Marches first.
Let me just point it out right now. Nox has got 48 creep kill and 7 creep deny, and over 500 GPM at just 7 minutes, which is why he's called the GPM Beast.
Yeah, that's just freaking insane, by the way. Super
Meanwhile, middle lane, Stormblade's gonna going in really quickly from Revenor, and it seems like Pestilence is gonna be able to pot away as in pop up the regeneration rune, so he's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, Dark Lady looking for an extra kill on the MOA, but doesn't get it because of Magma's there. A chain stun's gonna happen also from the MOA, and Dark Lady looking to run away. A little bit of a backup coming in the form of a Torturer. But there's a Pestilence behind, and they should be really careful. Impalement gonna be hurting Pestilence a lot. Should we stay in this because of the extra physical damage? Do not Impalement does deal a shit ton of damage if it's gonna be up against only one foe.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna get tier 2, tier 1 mid. That's a very nice tower there for them to have, especially this early in the game. It will kind of prevent the gank ability or the gank percentage coming up from the Hellborn team, because Pestilence and Dampier will be kind of spotted out really easily, and they can easily take out the stack their own. They can utilize the resources of their enemies there by taking that stack, the Hellborn Ancient Camp, if they want to translate towards that jungle over there. They have Dark Lady. Once he gets his, I'm not sure if he's finished up his what is it called, Rune Cleaver, but he does have his what is it, preservation? No, what's it called again? Sustainer finished already. God, I keep forgetting the names. But yeah, that's just really good coming up from Dark Lady.
MOA might be looking good out here if he gets spotted with the Haste Rune. As Dark Lady want to pick up the kill. No, it doesn't seem to be their way. But anyway, it seems like, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really nice if Team Legion has got a little bit of a ward going out here, and this Hellborn part of this jungle here. But Magma's Dust is only a level 5, but it doesn't meet with this charging strike. Sorry, Dark Blade is still gonna be in full effect, so it's gonna be full silence. It's gonna be an easy kill because of the haste. But a bunch of Iron Axe is gonna go down, and here comes Dampier to try and make a statement. But both level 8 and Dampier with 3 charge could be pretty scary.
Yeah, Dampier finally has 3 charges, but he's not farming as fast as you want him to. Like, Nox is already at 500 gold per minute, level 8. At least he's at the same level, but he's just nowhere close to finishing his life brand just yet, and that just comes back to the fact that he pushed down the tier 1 at the top lane very quickly with the help of Tempest, but didn't apply any more pressure after that. They gave up so much space for Keeper of the Forest. You see already he's level 7. They can probably take a team fight now if they want to. They're gonna go for a triple Ancients right here. Dampier needs to be a little bit more careful because he's only level 1 Bloodthirst, taking a lot of damage. Magnus is gonna come in with support, so should have no issues over there. At least be able to take that up. Tempest already gonna rotate bot. They should definitely try to take out this tier 1 if they want, because it seems like tier 1 at top is gonna be contested. They can just go for a tower trade if they want to right now.
Yeah, that should be just fine. And that being said, though, Moon Queen, or rather not Moon Queen, Dark Lady, sorry, my bad, is definitely having a lot of gold in the bank. And I do believe that most of his item is still in the inventory, or rather in the bank. And definitely 1k gold as sustainer completed. I don't expect her to have extra items because it's only 500 GPM. Only 500 GPM, wow. And we're just looking about 10 minutes into this game here, and I can barely pronounce that. But Pestilence now, it could be a little bit of a tight spot if Dark Lady rotates here, because do note that he does have the silence. But again, Dark Lady is just playing really passively, and that's what we like to see on a Dark Lady. Yeah, it doesn't have Rune Cleaver yet, but it's definitely going to get it before the 15-minute mark for sure.
Yeah, 100% for sure. Like, he could even pick it up on the 12-minute mark. Yeah, if he picks up on maybe another kill as well, it'll be even that much faster. And he already has Ghost Marchers and a Ring of Teacher on top of that. So I bet you he's gonna go for more of that Abyssal Skull build to have that much more farm against this Dampier, because Dampier just doesn't have his Light Brand just yet. Only has the, what is it called, the Neophyte's Book now. And I don't know, like Hellborn team, they can't find the space to make much movement right now. They should go ahead and try to take this tier 1 in mid, because they have the Tempest and Magma's Element, not Magma's Element, the ultimates up for both of them. Keeper of the Forest is currently busy at the top lane. At least force parts and stuff like that to free up more space for the rest of your teammates.
Yep, so, I mean, we're just waiting for something big to happen. And MOA might be overextending and maybe trying to land a little bit of a lucky ward. And now it's going to get spotted by both Novar as well as Emperor. It's going to be really burst damage there. just making short work of the short leg MOA. And we're just waiting for 12 minutes to be out really soon. But 4-1 so far, 4k goal lead for Team Legion. A lot of the credit will actually go to Nox with 2 kill and 500 GPM.
Yep, and he's most probably gonna get his Rune Cleaver at the 12-minute mark. If he, the next wave of creeps, that should be his Rune Cleaver. And if they pick up Magma skill and this tower, holy crap, there's so much they can do right now. The glyph already used, so they can definitely take this.
Magma's looking for a little bit of a lucky stun. Maybe with the full-up pot, it could be possible though. But are they gonna defend this spot? Do they want to defend spot? This is a tier 2 we're talking about, not a tier 1. Here comes the MOA. Magma's gonna show himself, so they know what's going on here. But the Ballista is gonna be dealing a lot of damage onto the defense tower, and that means that it's gonna be within deniable range. Yes, it is. Yeah, and that's gonna be a little bit regrettable, but it's ultimately gonna get denied.
Yeah, I guess you could have actually manned up right there, but it's just really too far into the Hellborn's base right there, Hellborn's side of the map. So just don't want to take any risks, and that's really
Double
understandable.
damage.
Double
On the
damage,
Dark Lady.
plus he has Rune Cleaver.
Oh, pass this done. This is gonna be a Bucks easily squished there, and there we go, double damage. But just only one hit. Torture does coming from behind, but they spot all 3 members and they just decide to just back away there because do know Dark Lady may be dealing a shit ton of damage, but only with 872 health points. This is not a tank, and you can't play like that. It's, Nox knows that for sure. That it's not something that they can play. It's not a strategy. It's not a style. It's definitely better play safe.
Yep, definitely. Just really good decisions by them. They're making better decisions as compared to the first game over there. Not to overextend too much. The Rune Cleaver already completed on Dark Lady. He's going to be able to kill this and stack this off even. In fact, is he going to get stacked off? Yes, he will. So he's going to have to triple stack, what do you call it? Triple stack the hard camps and medium camps as well. So this is very, very good for him. Going to excel his farm that much more in this early start of the game. You look at Dampier though, the counterpart there coming from Hellborn team, still not yet level 11, doesn't have his Grimmer of Power just yet, only sitting at 370 gold per minute. He's still doing relatively well because at least he's somewhere close to 400 gold per minute, but would have expected more because he has a lot of space to farm. So I'm not sure what happened over there, but still either way, he's doing relatively okay. Tempest in the meantime, not sure what item he's gonna go for. Is it gonna be a portal key or even a straight up shrunken head? Probably should just go for the portal key initiation. They have a keeper of the forest there coming from this Legion team, so I'm not sure what his item is gonna be. He already has his Astrolabe, so that's good. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Tempest can actually go for Astrolabe first.
That is right. So 14 minutes gonna be out real soon. 6k goal lead for Team Legion, 4-1 still, and we're just waiting for something big to happen. But that said, there's a lot of items being picked up on Team Legion, and Revenor definitely is looking for something big himself, but it seems like Revenant doesn't have much of a good farm this entire game. He does have 400 GPM, and that's a little bit regrettable, but I mean, guys, we could remind each other that it's only 14 minutes, so definitely a lot of these items are a luxury for them, and including the Rune Cleaver at this stage. I do believe that it's not the fastest Rune Cleaver ever, but it's still 550 GPM, and that's a lot.
It really is, and it's gonna just keep going up and up and up, especially once he finishes his Abyssal Spell, which he just did.
In a little bit of trouble there, but yeah,
he won't. Like, there's no way that Tempest is gonna kill him by himself. You see
Unless
Dampier is running up, so
Dampier,
maybe
yeah.
they can, but they're gonna need a dust or a huge Elemental Void. Tempest is already gonna
Elemental
win.
Void is gonna be used here. Here comes the Dampier. He goes in and it's gonna be able to wait for the big fight. There we go. But there we have again a little bit of Astrolabe, and the root's gonna be used. Oh my god, he wastes a root. But that's okay. That's okay. It's still okay. At least he managed to try and not die there. But ultimately he's still gonna go. Ball lightning from Reaver's point of view there. Great Kek. Turret's gonna be used though. It's not gonna be in full effect, but Pestilence is gonna be around away. And Nova there, if he popped away, as in if he popped the energy field, it could have meant a kill. But I feel that again he wasn't really confident with the turret. That could be the main reason why he didn't use it.
Definitely. And I gotta say that
Dark Lady now snatching away the Ancients of Hellborn. They're gonna be really pissed off with her right now.
yeah, he's just having his own time. Like, he's getting so much farm already, 560 gold per minute as compared to 400 gold per minute on this Dampier. But yeah, Dampier, that light brand, was able to secure the kill onto the Keeper of the Forest and force him to use his ultimate, so that's a very, very good thing coming up for this Hellborn team right now. Jonas and Fan needs to be a little bit more wary as to that. Probably even go for a Barra Idol next item instead of just saving up for the next huge item of a Restoration Stone, as compared to the previous game where we saw who was it that was playing Keeper? The Chai guy? Was it the Chai guy? Chai Raja. Yeah, Chai Raja had the... He was just saving so much gold before he could finally pick up the Restoration Stone that it didn't help out his team as much. But yeah, I definitely feel like this Keeper of Forest can go for that Barrier Idol. It's going to be very, very good for their team. Gonna block out a lot of damage coming from Dampier, Magnus, as well as the Tempest and Master of Arms. And they definitely need to rush a
Oh
quick.
wow, 5-man aggression now in the middle lane here, and Revenar in a little bit of a pinch there, but it's gonna be saved by a pod coming in. And do know it's 5-man. All 5 members of FewR is now trying to push down the middle lane here, and we're just looking at maybe a little bit of extra damage onto this tier 1. It's most definitely gonna go down. Pestilence gonna try and scare away the rest of Legion members, but the pod's gonna come in. Revenar goes in with a big ball lightning, and even the MOA is gonna be in a lot of a tight spot here. Nox comes in, but there is no element of it because they wasted at the top. Top lane, remember, against the Keeper, so that's gonna be a little bit of a waste coming for Team Hellboy. But that being said, no one dies, and how is no one dying? Wow.
Yeah, Master of Arms was about to die there, but just again, couldn't really do much right there. But that's a really huge port coming in by Revenor. Here we
And
go.
again, Revenor goes in for a little bit of kill potential on this Tempest. Tempest definitely is gonna get eaten alive by Nox with the Dark Blades, just like sliced apart there. But that being said, in a little bit of a far side, Jonathan does ultimately go down, and I have no idea what the hell he's doing here.
Yeah, he's so far back. Like
He's spotted by the wall of Wrath though.
he used his route to kind of separate them. So I guess that's the reason why he died. But still, I don't think it's as necessary. He could have just kept safe with the rest of his teammates over there. But yeah, either ways, they at least pick up a kill on the Tempest. So they trade the Tempest for the Keeper, which is I would kind of say that it still goes in favor of Hellborn because they got the tower plus the kills. They didn't. Was it denied? Yeah, it wasn't denied.
It wasn't denied. It wasn't denied.
Yeah, so it's just really, really good. Was there a tower there even? There was, right?
There was a
Yeah,
tower
okay, there
there,
was.
dude.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling insane. I don't know why.
Nearly got taken down, but Tempest land the extra last hit there, and ultimately got taken care of by Emperor playing they're doing a really good job on his Revenant. I have to commend him for that. It's really, really good.
Yeah, that portal key pickup is very, very huge for him. He could probably even go for. Now he should probably go for that Soul's Bulwark into a demonic breastplate. Can even go for the Shrunken Head first after the Soul's Bulwark. He needs some form of. Yeah, he's gonna go for Shrunken Head. I like that item pickup. He really needs that, especially since he's gonna be initiating against this Hellborn team. Can go for the Soul's Bulwark after. Unless Keeper is deciding to go for that, but I think Keeper should just.
Nox, oh my god, Nox, here comes the Dampier, and the Tempest is gonna fall out quickly. The Dark Lady in a lot of trouble, and he's gonna go down. Oh my god, lack of wards is gonna be the main problem here, and well, again, they have very passive warding, and I feel that that's gonna be fine. However, you're gonna have to pay a lot of attention to a black map.
Plus the fact that
yeah, no one on the map really, so.
Yeah, and there's a Dampier with a Grimble of Power. They're gonna get tier 1, very, very good pickup, good pickups for them. They end his serial killer streak, they kill him, they slow down his farm, they get tier 1, they can even push tier 2, do a lot of chip damage. But at the same time, Legion team is gonna try their best to do some split damage onto this mid tier 2 and top tier 2 as well.
Even if they're trying to slow down, boy, it's 570 GPM. Just saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have slowed down anyway. Yep, a lot of pods gonna come in here quickly. Pestilence trying to make sure that Jonathan doesn't run away, but Jonathan there doesn't land the root, and now he just does it really quickly. The fog lightning is gonna be in play, and he's gonna try to run away, but I do believe he's gonna be left behind. And yes, it's gonna be done there. And Revenor is gonna get, or rather, Bastam's gonna get caught out here by the Tempest ultimate. And the thing about this Tempest is that, yes, they did secure the kill on the Bastam, but that being said, they should be looking at a little bit of trouble for the next push because Tempest ulti, 3 minutes cooldown.
But still, that was a really good trade for them. They defend their tier 2, they did a lot of damage. They could have actually stayed slightly longer, but if they did, they would have definitely lost the tier 2. They will get Kong as well, I do believe, because there's no vision right now, and the Legion team can't run here fast enough and do much. They don't have anything to really spot this out just yet, unless they go ahead and use the Keeper dogs, but Keeper is down for another 2 more seconds, so they're definitely gonna hit Kong. No issues here. The token should probably go up onto Pestilence. Either him or even Dampier if they choose to do so. Dampier it seems like he's gonna be the one that's gonna be taking it. Would actually like to prefer to see on this Pestilence because he doesn't have his Shrunken Head just yet. If they want to take the next team fight, they can just have Pestilence go in, Dampier follow up after that. Dampier sitting at 2.1k gold, can probably go for a Shrunken Head or a Portal Key. Probably should go for the Portal Key to follow up initiation with this Pestilence.
Yep, and I mean, so far in, we're just waiting for something big to happen here. But 21 minutes is still up, and 5 is a 6, and Team Legion is, I would say, they did throw away a little bit of a slight goal lead there, but that's fine. And Nox definitely needs that Shrunken Head. That's going to be something that he can't make do without. But having to complete the 5 brand first, a little bit aggressive and greedy. should be just fine. But I feel that with the Shrunken Head, he might not have died in the previous engagement.
Who was that again?
Nox.
Yeah, he will. I don't know if this is gonna be a straight up Frostburn or just a Firebrand into a Shrunken Head. Probably should just be a what do you call a Firebrand into a Shrunken Head, and then after that only finish the rest of it. Yeah.
Hammer comes out.
He really needs that because he's taking way too much harass from the entire Hellborn side. If he had that Shrunken Head at bottom lane, he could have survived, but I think even then it's kind of hard to say because you have a portal key on this Pestilence, just portal keys in, stuns you up, you can't do anything after that, follow up from Dampier, you die. Magnus has his portal key ready, a lot of portal key initiations on this entire Hellborn team. You see Tempest going for a straight up Abyssal Skull, so that's... don't really agree with that item, could have actually gone for other things other than that to further boost this, the team fight presence for his team. It will provide some stats at least for creeps when they decide to push, and added extra lifesteal for the rest of his teammates, but I don't think it's as necessary. He could have just gone for an Astrolabe. They don't have an Astrolabe yet on the Hellborn team. They're really lacking in that department. Could have actually just gone for that straight up instead of this Abyssal Skull. But it seems like they probably have some strategy in mind with that. They're gonna go ahead and try to address this tier 2 in mid. They can easily take this down, by the way.
Yeah, they can, but I don't know what they're doing right now. But they're just gonna go all the way up to the top lane. Maybe they think that the creep is gonna be enough, but it's gonna be within deniable range. What the hell is happening here? They could have gotten the tower really quickly without even incurring any extra help from Team Hellborn. And right now, Nox might be paying attention to that, and that's part of the extra Dampiers. That's gonna be illusion there, so it's just fine. It's gonna be denied, is it? Yeah.
It will
be denied. There's no Legion members in the vicinity. It's gonna be done. Yep. There we go. And it's a little bit of a misplay coming out from Nox, even I feel. It should have gotten the tower nonetheless.
Yeah, and a big misplay again coming up from Revenor bottom lane. But the problem was he didn't have portal key available. So I guess not really a big misplay. It's just he didn't have the portal key available, so that's why he wasn't able to get the ball lightning into Dampier there. Dampier, who has the portal key already, by the way. And again, another 2k goal. So we just threw our eyes away from him, came back, is already sitting at 500 gold per minute, has that portal key, can probably work towards the Shrunken Head next into something like a Geometer's Bane that we really perfect.
Nice stance on the million, and Magnus goes down quickly, and that's gonna be due to credit of Bastom as well as Nox. But Bastom did most of the work there, definitely dealing a lot of damage with the Torture there. That being said, though, now it seems like Keeper is going to be in his own pinch there. Looking for a quick route to just try and run away. Maybe even going to land that out quickly. But again, Pestilence going to be landing the quick impel. And it seems like they're just not going to let this Keeper run away. And here comes Novar. But really, is he going to be able to save his teammate? Wow, that's going to be a little bit of a big play. But it seems like it's the big void. And he does pick up the Keeper as well as that Engineer. So that's going to be a little bit questionable. And both of them are going to go down. Novar tried to save him, but in fact, it's going to go down. It seems like the token is going to be wasted on the Dampier. And they're going to pull back. That's a huge success for Team Legion, by the way. I can't stress this enough, but taking away the token from your opponent, it's definitely important before a push. So that's going to make sure that he doesn't have extra balls. Extra balls, my god.
Balls.
Yeah. Doesn't have extra balls to go in for extra gutsy stuff. So that's going to be good. And they're going to fall back. And hopefully they won't pursue matters with a quick push. Because right now, the name of this game for Impunity Storm is Pure Delay.
I guess I guess I have to kind of agree with that just recent item pickup from Dampier. He went for a what's it called, a Void Talisman, and that's just to avoid getting silenced from the Dark Blades from Dark Lady over there. He will still have the ability to burst down the rest of the other teammates, but that just means that he has to juke and jive. He can't get hit by the skills coming up from this Legion members, because if he gets locked down, he's gonna take even that much more damage, and eventually Dark Lady will rip him apart once the Void Talisman does run out. But if he's able to pull it off really nicely, he can dish enough damage to kill one hero at least, or maybe do a lot of damage to at least two, and still be alive, and just goes out, resets again, and comes back in. So
yeah.
I really like that item pickup on Dampier to just kind of address getting silence from Dark Lady. Dark Lady
Not
is
just that, I think it's also going to be really effective against Revenant. Do know that Storm Blades does magical damage, but don't forget, it's a physical attack nonetheless, so it needs to land, and if it doesn't land, it doesn't count. So that being said, that Void Talisman is going to be really effective.
Well, I think I do believe it will land, if I'm not mistaken.
Does it?
As long as,
have
yeah,
to see
as long
if
as,
that works out.
yeah, we're gonna have to, I do believe it does do that. But anyways, Tempest is gonna work towards a quick Restoration Stone rather than going for a Shrunken Head. So, I don't know about the decision. I guess it's kind of iffy, because on the Legion team, you can get, if you don't have a Shrunken Head, you get silenced by Dark Lady. You can't do anything. You die eventually, but if you pop the Shrunken Head, I think you'd still get silence after getting applied again. I can't really remember. It's been a long time since I played Dark Lady, but yeah, he's gonna go for a straight up restoration.
Middle lane, keeper might be caught out again, but yeah, he does instinctively
Oh
run away.
my
But
god.
oh no, this Tempest overextending here. Could be big though, and the Kek's gonna be big. Maybe even the Energy Field's gonna be called out here, and Tempest gonna be a lot of trouble. But also the Pestilence got pulled into the mix here, and here comes the Shrunken Head of Revenant trying to make something happen in the back out supply lines though. We have Torture being taken care of by Dampier, and Dampier is gonna be dealing a lot of damage, but Revenant just doesn't care about his Dampier, and he's gonna be with Void Desmond. Yes, it does land a shit ton of damage onto the Dampier, so may not be the great item after all.
That's the problem I was talking about. Like, if you don't have the Shrunken Head, like the Void Talisman will only be effective against Dark Lady and no one else. It's just there to kind of cancel getting silenced. But he used it at the time when Revenant was around, so not sure if that was the best decision. Just took so much damage
Could
from
be a
that.
panic click there, but now going to the Storm's gonna be looking to do, try and knock off this tier 3 at the middle lane though. And it seems like FewR doesn't have much of the members alive. You're gonna be waiting for 10 plus seconds before they regen quickly or rather respawn. And that being said though, tier 3 is definitely gonna go down. Maybe even the melee break is gonna be challenged here. 5 seconds till the Magnus comes out, and Tempest definitely have got the Element of Void, but they need to make sure that someone gets picked off there. A great stun by the Peasant to try and buy time for his teammates there, but it may not be enough though. And where's the Tempest though? Looking for a big Element of Void, and it goes in, and the Void goes down to the big Void, catches all 4 members of the Legion team, and a big Magnus eruption gonna come up behind and Imperial Storm, a lot of trouble there. And yes, Jonas someone goes down first. Next in line is gonna be Emperor. Nox is still standing somehow. Nova goes down, and that's gonna be 3 men, and Nox is gonna be short work also. But there go, it's gonna be the Dark Lady looking around ready. The charging strike gonna be used, and he's gonna be swatted out. But the entire Hellbound team, they want blood for blood here. And Nox is gonna be a lot of trouble there. Last hit, and there goes Nox. So Legion number 28 minutes gonna be up there, and a big play by the Tempest.
Yeah, that was so clutch. But they need to make use of this. At least push down tier 2 or something, because they used up a lot of ultimates. As soon as Keeper respawns, they can go ahead and push another lane again, because Keeper Root will be off cooldown. They won't have Magnus Eruption or Tempest Elemental Void just yet. They're gonna go ahead and try to address this tier 2 bottom. Really good choice. Don't think Emperor is gonna expel that buyback token over there, the bottom lane. It's not worth it. He only has a couple more seconds left. Hopefully they're able to take down this tower, or at least do decent amount of chip damage to this, to it.
Yep, and there we go. The tower is gonna be nicely defended by the fort, but again, there is no Nox, and Nox doesn't buy back. That's the problem. That nice little stun there, and here comes the Revenant. They are taking this team fight without that carry, and it seems like it's gonna be pretty effective. Down goes Dampier, that's good, and now Pestilence is in a lot of trouble though by Shrunken Head against a Best Storm, and that's okay because that's gonna be Torment. It's magical damage. It's gonna be fine. But Tempest is gonna try to run away, but don't forget there's a portal key on this Revenant. That's gonna be also a little bit threatening though. Nova is on the separate skirmish, support versus support kind of role, trying to fight against the MOE, but doesn't get it final, and doesn't find him out. And it seems like Team Hellbound's gonna be able to just save somehow. And yeah, we do have the Torture somehow in a little bit of oh, they're gonna go in for the Torture. Best Storm, a lot of trouble there. Double stun's gonna go down there, and this doesn't have enough mana. It seems like that chain reaction is gonna miss though. It's gonna get juked out by both of them there. And can the Keeper avenge him? That's my question. I don't think it's gonna be done though, and yeah, it's gonna just hide up. Yeah, highly unlikely.
There's really no way. Dark Lady is top lane. Can
Separate skirmish on his own there, looking for a kill on the Pestilence. The charging strike with the double is gonna go up there. The Taint Soul also gonna be full effect, and the silence is gonna be enough though. Last hit there, and Pesty takes the fall. That's Lord Mikhail for you. Completely silenced out there, and Nox is just dealing a shit ton of damage also. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, 30 minutes gonna be up, and 11 is to 14. The way this goal advantage sliding in favor of Team Legion doesn't show the severity of this event, but we definitely can tell that Hellbound team is just by all means yachts behind.
Yeah, very much so. There is still no barrier idle up on Legion team. They're taking way too much magical damage from the Magnus Tempest and Dampier. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's even no Soul's Bulwark just yet because Revenant went for the Shrunken Head yet. Not much of a problem there because he does need a Shrunken Head to stay in the team fights. He should definitely work towards a Demonic soon. No, actually he's gonna go for a Blessed Orb. Okay, so maybe gonna go for just a quick straight up Culture Sheep Stick. I guess it could be effective in a sense since Tempest still doesn't have a Shrunken Head just yet. I definitely feel like the Soul's Bulwark will do a lot for this team, especially for the Dark Lady. It's gonna just increase the amount of damage being dished out by his auto attacks with the synergy from the Dark Blades. Torture could be the one that can actually go for the Barrier Idol after his Tablet of Command if he wants to go for it, and then Keeper could just get the Souls Bulwark if he wants to, but it's just I don't know. Like like Legion team, they're gonna need a lot of farm before they actually pick up those items. They're not gonna have it anytime soon. Bear Idol's just I don't know. Like it should have been an item that should have been picked up quite a few minutes ago because they need that against this heavy magic damage dealing team coming from Hellborn. Yeah, what was that?
Yeah. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, this game so far pretty exciting by all accounts here. So, 2.4k goal lead for Team Legion, and I mean Revenor, man, he does have that blessed stop. I do believe that it's gonna be a. I hope it's gonna be a Grimoire of Power.
I definitely don't think it should be Grim of Power. Like you can't go for greedy items or luxury items when you're in a game like this.
Yeah.
Definitely has to be something like Closure Sheepstick because he went for the Blessed Orb first. If anything, if he wanted to go for more of a farming route, he should have just bought the Light Brand first, in my opinion. But yeah, he should have his Closure Sheepstick probably in I don't know a couple of next team fights if they win it. But yeah, I mean they they need Souls Board. Yeah, I really feel they need that and Bear Idol. Like Bear, these two items are just so good for this Legion team in terms of team fights.
Yep. And Barrel Idol is indeed very important, but meanwhile, top lane there, Magnus in a little bit of a pinch here. He does land a stun though, and that's gonna be it for him though. It's done. And Magnus is gonna be in hell right now. And that being said though, Pestilence is not able to spot his keeper because he is invisible. But if they have an eye, so much as a bound eye, it can be done. But the sad news for Team Hellborn is that they've got nothing that could reveal invisibility so far. And that being said though, oh, they're all the way out for this big kill on the Revenor, and Emperor is indeed gonna go down. That it though, they are on separate agenda so far. There's a lot of homecoming stone on Team Hellborn, so I'm not gonna be surprised if they do TP all the way up north here to just defend against this spot. But that's
Yeah,
it. The Nox is sorry, you were saying?
yeah, they can definitely take defend this. They already have the numbers advantage, and they don't have Revenor. Revenor is like part of their main initiation coming out from this Legion team. Keeper is just more of like a follow-up to cancel out Tempest. Tempest is really close to Restoration Stone, by the way, so when he has that, that's gonna be something else that Legion team has to be very wary about because if he gets a huge element of void off, you cancel it, sure, never mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my second element of void and get you caught into it after you just jump onto me and stuff. And right now, Keeper can only cancel him that one time because he doesn't have the Restoration Stone on himself. There is a Brutalizer pickup on Dark Lady, really like that item. Extra added chance for him to lock people in place. Maybe even what do you call this, a Savage Mace would have been even better, but I think he just wants to go for more of the cheaper route and then probably finish up that Light Brand.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, it's gonna be okay, but in general, is it gonna be really effective in the late game? That's gonna be pretty questionable because so far in, I mean, 32 minutes in, and Hellborn, they are playing well in the cards of Legion team, and Queen Storm is having so much of a goal lead as well as an item lead here. There's already a Brutalizer completed on Dark Lady. Not really sure if we covered that.
Yeah, I covered that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yep.
So as for Team Hellborn though, it seems like the support members is again a little bit behind. But the good thing is that Tempest is trying to work his way into a Restoration Stone. So he does have already Sustainer and stuff like that.
He's gonna have it in 100 more gold, and then that will be the next big team fight when he has that. They can even go for Kong first, or they can contest Kong, force Legion into a bad position, get a huge elemental void off, initially wipe the entire team. They're gonna need the Geometer's Bane onto a Dampier finish, at least though. He's gonna go for a Geometer's right here. He can buy the Blessed Orb, but I think he's just gonna save for buybacks, because that's the safer choice right now. Seeing as to how both these teams, like, they're stuck in the middle. No one's really having the aggression factor right now. There's still two tier 2 towers up for Legion team, and that's a major problem that Hellborn is facing. At the same time, the fact that their middle lane racks, melee racks as well as towers are destroyed already, so it's slightly harder for them, but I still feel like it's not really in favor of anyone just yet. If they take a huge, it's gonna depend on the execution.
Yeah, it is, and there we have a little bit of a Magma's trying to add as a little bit of a sentry or outpost. He's going to be able to spot our team Legion's attempt here, and all 5 members. Again, he goes in for a stun, but there we go. Revenor goes in, a nice ball lightning, and it's going to be easy kill on the Magmas. And Team Legion right now, all 5 members going to try and push down the bottom lane, and they are looking at maybe even a Kongor. The problem is, do they have enough wards to support their attempt?
Yeah, they do. Just place one.
Just place one, yeah.
This is going to be good because it's going to force up Magnus to buy back.
But there's a wall of sight here by ABR.
Yes,
in
a
the
quick
pit,
buyback
so
really.
Yep, they know what's going on here, but again, Ball Lightning on Revenor, he's just doing it so well, and Storm Blades, if he's used here, Dampier is definitely going down really quickly though, and there we go, last few more hits, and he's gonna be done deal there. And that's the carry. He does have buyback, but are they gonna expand the buyback again? That's my question, but so far in, we can definitely tell the Imperial Storm, they want this token on life. They're like so hungry for it right now, but they don't know that there's a Water Sight here, so Hellborn team, they can easily jump in and pick a big team fight. If there's a Tempest ultimate, it's possibly gonna go down here, and Keeper needs to just be really careful and maybe even step off the concrete there. But Tempest is not coming and Hellborn is not responding. Subscriber's mobile phone is not going through, so we might be looking at a free token here for Nox.
Yeah, I think maybe the buyback would have been a better option for them here and just contest that. They shouldn't just give it up freely. But if all else fails, they will practically that engagement will probably put them in the back foot. Plus, you won't have double restoration. Sorry, not double restoration. Double elemental void and tempest if things don't go so well. So maybe it could have been the best choice for them to not buy back there. But I just feel like giving out that Kong so free and easy like that's just big. It's just a big no-no. And the fact that Dampier got caught out, you can't let that happen, as well as Magmus. Magmus was the main initiation.
Tempest going in, nice little stun there. Meteor also being called on. Our Keeper is in with the flag pause. Oh my god, he wasted that skill there. Yeah, it's the big void. The element void is completely wasted. He did use it, he channeled, now it's in cooldown, but it's gone. He didn't even hold the Keeper there. So
that's huge because now Legion team was gonna know that.
Oh, he DC'd. Is it?
Yeah, I think he had the lag option. Lag problem or anything like that. But that's gonna be huge from Puny Storm. They should be aware of this. They should push now. They know that there's only one elemental void up, and they kind of force out Restoration Stone. So that means he won't have his double resto ult anytime soon, even after he pops the elemental void. They should definitely go ahead and try to push down. They're gonna go ahead and try to address the top lane. You see everyone's running up there, so this is a good decision. There is still the token of Dark Lady. This is gonna be next huge team fight, and this could probably spell whether or not Legion team is gonna win or whether or not Hellborn can still survive in this game. They're already here at the top lane. That ward of sight is gonna spot all of them coming here, so they should have a good idea of what's going on. Geometer's been already finished on Dampier. They need to go back now. Tempest, I'm not sure why he's trying to head to destroy this tier 2. Okay, maybe he can if he wants to do chip damage, but Legion team is just gonna run down this middle lane. Cooler Sheepstick, by the way, already finished Revenor, so that's another huge item. Can easily cancel out Tempest, so they can actually just have Keeper initiate if they want to. They're gonna go ahead and defend right now.
Yep, and it's gonna be a big team fight that's happening really soon. All 5 members of Legion already just knocking on it, and maybe even a silence on the Peasant. He does pop in a quick shrunk at it, and the Eruption is gonna pop in a separate direction altogether. The stun's gonna be effective, but Eruption is not gonna be effective there. And Revenor gonna miss the Ball Lightning. Wow, it's a little bit of a misplay, but that's okay. And Hellborn team looking for a little bit of a quick attempt here to just lock down on the Legion team though. Tempest spots in but doesn't get much of an attempt though. And a nice little stun, stunning 2 men there. And Nova is going to get stunned as well as Emperor. And that's just both of them. Nox goes in there. And maybe the element void just going to be used now, but it doesn't lock in Nox. So it's only 2 members. Keeper finally going to use the root. The first one does go down. It does not have a second one, so that's okay. And Hellborn's a lot of trouble there. And Bastom burning down. Tempest now looking to redeem himself from the previous game there. Pestilence does go down in a few seconds, that is for sure. And Dark Legion is biting onto him. And Legion team is in a good squad there. And somebody stop Nox, man. Quad kill on this guy. Already 38 minutes in, and we're just looking for extra potential here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this game could possibly be done soon. Resto Stone on the Keeper, and it's vote for consider being called there. It's gonna be done, and it's official right now. Imperial Storm will win the second game.
Yeah, it just came back to that misplay bottom. If that didn't happen, then they wouldn't have lost the game. And like I mentioned, that last team fight was going to decide whether or not Hellborn is going to stay in or not, and they knew that it was practically over. They can't do much against that. There was already buybacks expelled. There was no way you're going to kill Nox. Nox had a quad kill, by the way, sitting at 681 gold per minute at the end of the game. Yeah, it's just really strong performance coming from Puny Storm. They still did make a couple of mistakes, but hopefully they pick up on that and improve on that, because they really need as much wins as they need. I mean, as much wins as they can in the upcoming matches tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the day after that. Because if they don't buck up, they're gonna be eventually dropped out of G League.
Yeah, and That's it though, this series is gonna end in a draw. Imperial Storm doing a really good work in the second game, and the Hellbourne team definitely played, they didn't play so well. The big misplay from Tempest down south is a problem there. And also the second problem is that they didn't catch that Dark Lady in the midst of that engagement, and that was the last engagement that I'm talking about. So that's it though, really great gameplay by Imperial Storm and FewR. It's gonna be a tie in this series, and there's no game 3 because this is a best of 2 series for the rest of this G-League tables, round robin stages or whatever you call it. So that's okay, and we're hoping that Imperial Storm is going to be able to just stay in this G-League because they have a lot of potential, really. But because of the last minute fly-in from Nox, as well as the fact that they have members coming in a little bit late and stuff like that, so they don't have the full roster and stuff. It's pretty scary to see that. And I hope that they, now that the problem is solved, they should be looking to win more games, especially tomorrow's game against JADT. If they do lose that, against S2Y, it's going to be really, really tough. And I'm not saying that they have already lost that before it began, but I'm saying that it's going to be really, really hard for them to win. That said, though, this is Babael. With me is Lark. We hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Any last words, Lark?
No, just a big shout out to all the fans as usual, EGTV crew, and all the international HoN players that do tune in to the stream time and time again. Big shout out to Fantasy, finally, he is here in chat, I do believe. Shout out to the whole of Orange crew, I see a couple of them in the chat as well. And big shout out to the teams today for their strong performance. And huge shout out to Nox, by the way. And welcoming him to Thailand finally.
Yep, that's right. I do believe that Sunda Melons is also in the chat, and so going to give all of this international players a huge shout out as well. I'm also going to give a shout out to the entire GTV crew, as well as both teams for giving us a really interesting series today, and Imperial Storm did really well. That said, though, this is Babael, and with me is Lark. We'll be back with more HoNTour Southeast Asia action tomorrow.
So wait, Babael, you forgot your shout out to your girlfriend.
Never mind. She's asleep.
Okay, cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with more HoNTour Southeast Asia action. We'll be streaming a match between Orange Esports as well as, I do believe it's going to be S2Y. That's going to be a really big game, and we hope you guys will tune in as well. And that's it. We're going to continue with more Reef War, maybe even Chaos Mode, if you can call it that way, maybe TMM and Shockpick, stuff like that. So do come into the chat channel EGTV if you're on the Garena client, and that's our Southeast Asian client. We hope you guys will see us there. So that's it. Have a great night, and wherever, if it's good morning, good morning. See ya.
See you guys. 안녕하세요.
Isn't it 안녕?
Yeah, I can do it either ways. 안녕.